It may surprise some to be told that the past 42 years mean more to the world in increase of education, increase of wealth, increase of all manner of labor-saving inventions and conveniences, increase of safeguards and protections for human life, than did all the 6,000 years which preceded them, many times over. The world has probably created 1,000 times as much wealth during these 42 years as during those entire 6,000 years preceding. Yet these changes came so gradually that few have noticed them. Fulfillment of prophecy everywhere. 42 years ago man labored from sun to sun. Today we are rapidly reaching an 8-hour day. 42 years ago nearly all the labor of the world was done with sweat of face. Today it is nearly all accomplished by machinery. 42 years ago the sewing machine was just reaching perfection. Today it is everywhere indispensable. So with the 1,000 household conveniences. So with nearly all of our sanitary and plumbing arrangements. So with the farm implements, reapers, binders, mowers, automobiles, and gas engines, and so forth, all belong to these 42 years. In our cities, our modern conveniences are wonderful. Solomon, in all his glory, never dreamed of such things as the poorest human being in America may enjoy. Prophecies respecting streams in the desert and the wilderness blossoming as the rose are having fulfillment, not miraculously, but in harmony with the divine order of an increased intelligence amongst men. Artesian wells are being drilled, irrigating canals constructed, not only in the western part of the United States and Canada, but also in far-off Mesopotamia. The results are marvelous. Land previously not worth fencing is valued today at $500 per acre. The increase of knowledge has been supplemented by governmental arrangements for the distribution of that knowledge amongst the people. The soils of various localities are being analyzed at public expense, and the tillers of the soil are given knowledge as respects what kind of fertilizers are required to bring satisfactory results. Under these conditions, it does not surprise us to know that as much as 156 bushels of corn have been raised to a single acre, and that 600 bushels of potatoes and over are not an uncommon record. Is not the Bible being fulfilled? Who can dispute these facts? What do they signify? We answer that they exactly corroborate the divine declaration which describes our day. Many shall run to and fro. Knowledge shall be increased. The wise of God's people shall understand, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, verse 10, and verse 1. Increase in worldwide discontent. We are in the morning mentioned in our text. Ah, what a glorious morning! How changed the human conditions from those of our grandfathers! How thankful the whole world should be! Paeans of praise should be rising from all people of the favored lands of civilization, and helping hands should be outstretched to carry the same blessings to heathen lands. But is it so? Are the people happy and rejoicing and appreciative of the new day, the gift of divine providence? No. In proportion as the blessings of God have come, the discontent of humanity has increased, and unbelief not only in respect to the Bible as the divine revelation, but in many instances in respect to the very existence of an intelligent Creator. Notwithstanding the great increase in the world's wealth, and the fact that there are some noble souls who are using their share of the wealth in praiseworthy manner, nevertheless the general operation of the law of selfishness prevails. In all the legislation which has been enacted, or which can be enacted, fails to restrain the great giant institutions, corporations of our day, fails to hinder them from the exploiting of the masses in the interests of comparatively few. Did God know all these things? What will He do about them? Will He bring in the millennial blessings and risk that men shall take for granted that they have won the secrets of nature by their own wisdom and perseverance, and forget God entirely? Will they become more discontented? Would a millennium of discontent be advantageous? What will God do about it? The dark night already settling. According to the Bible, God foreknew of the conditions of our day as we are now reviewing them, and in our text He gives a key to the solution, elsewhere in the Scriptures made very plain. Through the prophet, God tells of the dark night coming, after the morning dawn had well ushered in, a dark storm cloud just at sunrise. This dark hour is described in Daniel's prophecy and also in Jesus' prophecy to be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Bible students see this great time of trouble already beginning in the letting loose of the winds of strife in Europe. In the light of the Bible, they perceive that the results of this war will be great weakening of the nations, governments of the earth, and increased knowledge and discontent amongst the people. The next phase of the trouble, according to the Bible, is to be the great earthquake, such as never was since man was upon the earth. Not a literal earthquake, but a symbolic one, a revolution. Then the third great phase of the calamity, the darkest of all, will be the symbolic fire of anarchy, which will destroy utterly our present civilization. And then, in the midst of that most awful time of trouble, Messiah, the great King, will take His great power and exercise it, with the result that the raging waves of the sea of human passion will all be quieted. The fires of anarchy will all be extinguished, and the reign of righteousness and peace will begin. Cannot we see the wisdom of the great Creator's program, that He will allow mankind to convince themselves of their own impotency, of their need of a God, and that there is a God, and that His glorious purposes for humanity are revealed in His Word? Ah, no wonder that the Bible speaks of that revelation of the Lord as the still small voice of God, speaking to mankind through Messiah's kingdom. No wonder the Lord declares that then He will turn to the people a pure message, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve Him with one consent. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. We rejoice that such glorious things are coming, even if it is necessary that the world reach them through the tribulation of the time of trouble. Happy are those whose eyes and ears of understanding are open now, and who are in such heart relationship with the Lord that He can make known to them in advance something of the riches of His grace and loving kindness and tender mercies, and can show them how all the troubles that are coming are intended to work out blessings for the human family. Surely as we come to the knowledge of the divine character and plan, our perfect love for God casts out all fear, and we are able to rejoice in all of His prophecies and promises. Watchmen, tell us of the night. Higher yet that star ascends. Traveler, blessedness and light, peace and truth its course portends. Watchman, will its beams alone gild the spot that gave them birth? Traveler, ages are its own, see, its glory fills the earth. Watchman, tell us of the night, for the morning seems to dawn. Traveler, darkness takes its flight, doubt and terror are withdrawn. Watchman, will earth's sorrows cease, and God's will on earth be done? Traveler, yes, the Prince of Peace, earth's appointed King, has come.